Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandiero here, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing you another roadside chat from the studio. This question comes from an officer in Nebraska, and basically he's asking, hey, if a person extends their arm across the threshold during a knock and talk, can they then be arrested if the cop has probable cause? Okay, so let's go back to our fundamental rule here, which is a case called U.S. versus Santana, U.S. Supreme Court. What happened there was a person named Santana. I believe her name was first name was Gabriel. Gabriel was in the threshold of her door, right? Threshold is basically the door frame, okay? And she was hanging out there, and a cop had probable cause to arrest her. He badged her and said, "Hey, Gabriel, you're under arrest." And she retreated back into her home. The officer chased her, got into her custody, and while in the house, he saw other plain view evidence. So now we have to ask ourselves, is the officer lawfully present during this in-home arrest? And the U.S. Supreme Court said yes. Basically, they're like this. 1 foot forward, Santana is on her porch. 1 foot back, she's in her home. Well, let's talk about if the person is presenting themselves, their hand or whatever comes through the threshold. Can we now grab it and yank this person into the porch? The answer is we don't really know. We don't really know. So it looks like a qualified immunity issue. Qualified immunity means officers should not be held liable in the Constitution if it's not clearly established. But I can tell you for sure what I would do. And the answer is I would not be body snatching and pulling people out of their home unless I had some other reason to do it, some form of exigency, and so forth. I just don't like, just when you're messing with the home, you really got to use good judgment. You got to be calm, in control, be willing to walk away, go get that search warrant and come back. You know what? And if that's the game they want to play, then you can play it too. I mean, it's not like you can't get the warrant. But I have to, at the same time, legally, if the cop got sued over it, I don't think the cop loses, at least under qualified immunity, because I've never read a case that said that, we don't know. I mean, I've never read a case either way that says this is the demarcation where, they even talked about that issue. But I do have cases that said if the person is, just behind the door, even if the door is open, we should not be going into that door frame and pulling people out. I call that body snatching. No body snatching in 2021, right? People don't want to be body snatched from their home by the police just because the cops have probable cause. All right. The other issue here too was just a little side note was the guy was living in a camper, and it looks like the occupant told the police to leave. And his camper is on his driveway. So I guess the wife is living inside the house. He's living in the camper. Another reason why she's always right, my friends. Okay. Happy wife is a happy life. But he's living in the camper and he tells the cops to leave. They don't leave. And then this whole thing comes up with him presenting his arm and they try to pull him. Then they go into the camper and get him in custody under hot pursuit. That's problematic. If that was curtilage that they're standing on and he said, get out, they have to leave, otherwise they're constitutionally trespassing, not just trespassing under state tort law. Right. So that was another problem with that case. It sounds like a little bit of a mess. It can happen to the best of us. I get it, but that's the rules as I see them. And I hope this helps. So if the person, the takeaway is this, you want my advice? Here's my advice. If you can convince them, not coercively, but if you can convince them to come outside their home voluntarily, then, substantially outside the home, right? Substantially outside their home, not just a finger or two, and then you have probable cause to arrest them, hook them up. If not, come back with the warrant. All right, my friends, that's it. If you like what I'm doing, you want me to keep doing them, 3 favors. Like or comment, so you let YouTube know you want me to keep doing these, right? So people find them. Hit subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Until next time, my friends, stay safe.
When it comes to law enforcement training, we are the gold standard. Visit bluetogold.com or call 888-579-7796 to learn more about our training, books, and free webinars. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel.